I mean, it just doesn't stop with this guy. Now we could be looking at paying a lot more for our pharmaceuticals, for our prescription medications. Trump floats 200% tariff on pharmaceuticals. President Donald Trump suggested Tuesday his administration intends to impose a 200% tariff rate on pharmaceutical imports into the United States, which would take effect in a year, a major fee that could affect some $200 billion in imports and raise prices on Americans' medications if it takes effect. Trump said at a cabinet meeting his administration intends to make an announcement, quote, very soon on pharmaceutical tariffs. I'll bet it's about 2 weeks away. The proposal would give companies about a year to bring their manufacturing to the U.S. before the tariff is levied, which Trump suggested would be approximately 200%. Pharmaceuticals are currently exempt from Trump's sweeping Liberation Day tariffs on nearly all countries, though the president had previously threatened that he could impose additional tariffs on the sector. If implemented, a sweeping tariff of pharmaceuticals could impact billions of imports. The U.S. imported $212 billion in pharmaceuticals in 2024, making it the fifth most imported product. Trump also announced a 50% tariff on imports of copper Tuesday. It suggested there would be more tariffs coming on specific products, such as semiconductor chips. And the people who support Donald Trump and Donald Trump himself will tell you that there are numerous reasons why we need these tariffs, right? We need to, in this case, drive manufacturing back to the United States. In other cases, it is to stop fentanyl from coming into the country. In other cases, it is to even out trade imbalances with countries that have been ripping us off. So there's some reason why we need these tariffs, yet they keep getting put on and taken off and put on. Here's another example. Trump delays tariffs as the rest of the world plays hardball. Donald Trump's White House had grandly promised 90 deals in 90 days after partially pausing the process of levying what the U.S. president called reciprocal tariffs. In reality, there won't even be 9 deals done by the time we reach Trump's first cutoff date on July 9th. The revealing thing here is the poker tell, if you like, is the extension of the deadline from Wednesday until August 1st, with a possibility of future extensions or delays to come. From the U.S. perspective, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said all focus has been on the 18 countries that are responsible, for 95% of America's trade deficit. The jaunty letters being sent from the U.S. to its trading partners this week are simply a reincarnation of the infamous White House Liberation Day Blue Board. The rates are basically the same as were first revealed on April 2nd. The infamous equation, which turned out to use a measure of the size of the deficit as a proxy for, quote, the sum of all trade cheating, lives on in a form. This is all being announced without the market turmoil seen earlier this year because of this additional delay. Financial markets believe in rolling delays, in the idea of taco, that Trump always chickens out, although they may embolden foot dragging on all sides that lead to a renewed crisis. However, the real takeaway here has been the Trump administration's inability to strike deals. The letters are an admission of failure. The White House may be playing hardball, but so are most other nations. Japan and South Korea were singled out for the first 2 letters, which effectively further blow up their trade deals with the U.S. The Japanese have done little to hide their fury at the U.S. approach. Its finance minister even hinted at using its ownership of the world's biggest stockpile of U.S. government debt, basically the biggest banker of America's debt, as a source of potential leverage. The dynamic from April has not really changed. The rest of the world sees that markets punish the U.S. when a trade war looks real, when American retailers warn the White House of higher prices and empty shelves. And there is still a plausible court case working its way through the system that could render the tariffs illegal. So we put another fucking pause on the tariffs. We're announcing tariffs. Think about this, guys. We are announcing tariffs while putting pauses on tariffs. We're putting tariffs on, we're pausing them. We're announcing new ones, we're pausing. He has no fucking clue what he's doing. He keeps telling you we need them for this reason, that reason, this reason, that reason, and this reason, right? We need them to get other trading partners to the table. We need them to replace income tax. We need them to levy out our trade imbalance. We need them to force manufacturing back here. We need them to punish countries who allow drugs to flow through their countries and across our borders. We always get a different fucking reason depending on what day it is. If we need them, there's no reason to pause them. If we're bringing in tens of billions of dollars in revenue, why turn the spigot off? It's all over the place. It's circular thinking because he has no fucking clue what he's doing.